welcome back to my channel. I'm back this week with another video for you guys, but today we're going to be talking about my favorite eye brushes for people with round eyes, or even if you have deep set eyes. I feel like these brushes will really work for you. These are the brushes that I use literally every single day to do my eye makeup so that it looks super blended and that the colors build on top of each other very nicely. I had such a hard time finding brushes that fit my eye shape because I do have very round eyes, and when I open my eyes and look straightforward, it looks completely different than when I'm like raising my brow or closing my eye to do eyeshadow. So I find that these are the best brushes that I use for my eye shape. So if you have a very similar eye shape, I feel like these will work for you. And I feel like most of them are also pretty affordable, which is also a very good thing. So if you're interested in watching this video, keep on watching. But if you're not a part of the Paulian family yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. Let's get into this best brushes for round eyes video. Alright guys, so the first brush that I want to talk about is the one I use the most, and that is the Morphe M504. Now what I love about this brush is just how easy it is to blend eyeshadow with this brush. If I'm gonna do an everyday makeup tutorial, I only go in with this brush and this brush only. I just grab like a light brown color, throw it all over the crease with this brush, and it's just so good. This is a very big fluffy brush. It is actually a very big brush. If you have very small eyes, I wouldn't recommend this brush because you're gonna get the color everywhere. But if you have round eyes, if you have bigger eyes, this brush is for you. It blends everything so amazingly. I like to go in windshield wiper motions towards the inner corner of my eye and in circular motions towards the outer corner of my eye. I feel like whenever I use this brush, my makeup gets done super quick, it blends super fast, and this can literally blend anything. So I love this. I will leave the price and everything on the screen so you guys can see it. And this is from Morphe, so you know, if you use a discount code you can get 10% off as well. I don't have one, of course, but you know, there's a lot of people that do, so you can do that as well. And I don't know, this is my go-to brush. I've been using it for 3 years now. This same brush, I haven't gotten any backups of it. Like this same brush, I've had it for 3 years and it hasn't shed on me. It blends amazingly. I haven't had a bad experience with a Morphe brush yet. I've seen people that have, so I do understand why some people don't like Morphe brushes, but I've never had an issue with them, so I can't really relate to that. So yeah, I feel like this is an all-purpose brush for our first crease transition or even the second one. If you're gonna go in with darker colors, I wouldn't recommend this brush because this is a very big brush. I would recommend the Morphe M433, which is the second brush that we're gonna be talking about. As you can tell, it is super dirty because I literally just used it today on this eye look. And now what I love about this brush is that it has a very tight barrel down here, but it also fluffs out on top. So it goes from very thin to very fluffy, but when you turn it sideways, it looks more like a flat brush. So what I love about this is that this gets right in the socket of the eye super easily. It blends the eyeshadow super fast. To apply the eyeshadow, you would use it like horizontally and you would place it, but then to blend it, you can place it vertically and it blends so amazingly. Ever since I got this brush, I cannot put it down. Like whenever I'm gonna do a darker color or a smoky eye, I have to go in with the Morphe M433 to blend the eyeshadow. If you guys have seen my last couple of tutorials, I feel like my last 5 tutorials, I always use this brush because it is so good. I got this around 3-4 months ago and it hasn't shed. I feel like I've cleaned it literally every week since I got it, and the bristles are still doing fine. It's not shedding. I can pick on it and no bristles come out, and whenever I clean it, it does go back to being white. If you have smaller eyes, I would recommend this brush as a brush to place all your transitional colors as opposed to the Morphe M504. I feel like this brush works very well if you do have smaller eyes because it is a smaller brush. What I do is that I go in with my first couple of transition colors with the Morphe M504. I blend them in very nicely, and then to place those dark shades, I go in with my Morphe M433, and then I just blend it in the socket of my crease. And I do the same motions with this brush. I go in windshield wiper motions towards the inner corner and circular motions towards the outer corner, and that works for me like wonders. But yeah, I love these two brushes by Morphe. Morphe M504 and Morphe M433 are my go-to brushes. Like I literally cannot do my eye makeup without these two brushes. So love them, highly recommend them. If you haven't tried them, you definitely should. I know they sell them at Ulta now. I got my Morphe M433 at Ulta, so if you do want to go touch it and feel it before you buy it, you can do that as well, which is great. So moving on, I'm gonna go in with my third favorite brush, and that is the Smashbox Lighted Up blending brush. This brush is super soft. I love how soft this is, but I don't really like this brush to place color because it is a super long tapered blending brush, and I don't know, I just don't like applying color with this type of of brush. I feel like this would be a better brush to place color if you have more of an oval eye shape as opposed to a round eye shape like mine. But what I do like to do with this brush is blend out eyeshadow. This literally can blend anything. What I would do if I were doing my eye makeup, I would just, like I said before, place my first transition with the Morphe M504, blend it out. Place a super dark transition with the Morphe M433. Kind of blend it out, but if it still looks kind of harsh, I always go in with my Smashbox Stila blending brush and I just go all over every single edge. I just go in small circular motions or in windshield wiper motions, more towards the top of my eye when I get close to the brow with this brush, and it just blends everything. It makes everything look airbrushed. Blended, perfect. I love this brush, and it is just super soft, so it doesn't scratch the eye either. I feel like these two brushes are also super soft, but this Smashbox brush is just another level of softness. I love how soft this brush is. I'm gonna keep on rambling about how soft this brush is. I'm gonna stop it. Okay, and if you do like to do very colorful looks, what I would do is place the color with the Morphe M433, just place it without blending it too much, and then go ahead just on the edges of the color with the Smashbox brush and just go in very light circular motions, and this will blend anything. I love this brush. And now the fourth brush that I really want to talk about is my Sigma E38. And now what I love about this brush is just how sturdy this brush is. I've had it for a year and a half. It still looks like new. Now I use this brush the same way I would use the Morphe M433. I do like to use very dark colors with this brush and put them right in the socket of the crease and then just blend them up very lightly. Not all the way up to the brow, because I do not like color all the way up to the brow, but just right on the crease so that I can see it with my eye open. It is very hard to mess up your eyeshadow with this brush because it doesn't grab as much color at once, which means it gives you the chance to build up color as opposed to just placing a lot of color at once and then not knowing what to do. So this is a very good brush to build up transition shades. I feel like if you do have very small eyes, you can use this brush as opposed to the Morphe M504, because it has like the same shape that the M504 has, but just a tiny bit smaller. So if you do have very small round eyes, or if you have small eyes of any shape, this brush is the one for you as opposed to the Morphe M504. As you can tell, these brushes are kind of like the same, but this is the smaller version. I love this brush. I've been using it for a year and a half and I'm obsessed with it. So this is the fifth brush. My fifth favorite brush is the Morphe M432. And now I've been using it for around 3-4 months now. I got it the same day I got my Morphe M433, so I've been using them for the same amount of time. And I use this brush literally for so many things. I use this brush to carve my eyebrows. It is literally super sharp. I also use it to stamp color on my lower lash line. I feel like this is a very precise brush. It is very thin, very precise, very easy to just get very close to the lower lash line. So I love it for that. And I also love it if I'm gonna do like a smoky winged eyeliner on the top lash line. I feel like this brush is just so tiny and precise that it is very nice to blend out black eyeshadow or very dark colors without making a mess on your eye. It is synthetic, so you can use it for concealer and you can also use it for eyeshadows. And I feel like whenever I apply an eyeshadow with this brush, I always get more pigment, which is very nice. And this brush is literally like $2 to $3, so that's a huge plus. I love it for that. And now the sixth brush that I consider to be literally the best blending brush for the lower lash line ever. Like this brush that I'm gonna talk about can blend anything on your lower lash line. What I would do is always go in with the Morphe M432 and pack the color on the lower lash line, and then I would blend that out with this brush. And this is the Sigma E34. And now I adore this brush. If you feel like you're having a hard time finding a brush that can blend the lower lash line so that it doesn't look super harsh and like you literally just foreshadow and didn't blend it, this is the brush for you. And it's also super soft, so it won't stab your eye. And you can also use this brush to place color on the inner corner as well, because I feel like this synthetic fiber that this brush has just grabs the color so well, and it just makes it super shiny whenever you apply it with this brush. So this is my favorite brush for the lower lash line ever, and if you haven't tried it, you definitely need it in your life. But now if you've been also looking for a brush that is super tiny that you can do your inner corner highlight with, or highlight the brow bone without making a mess, or just a brush to just blend everything very nicely, if you're gonna do like a half cut crease and you need a very tiny brush to blend the upper cut crease, the Sigma E21 is the one for you. It is literally the tiniest brush ever, but it just packs the color so so well, but at the same time it also blends the color, so it's not like it's just packing it there, it also blends it. And you can also use this brush to smudge out color on the lower lash line. I do like the Sigma E34 to do that because I do have bigger eyes, but if you do have smaller eyes, I feel like the Sigma E21 is a great alternative to the Sigma E34 because it is a way tinier brush, which means that it won't make you look like a raccoon when you blend out very dark colors from the lower lash line. It is super tiny, super good for precision and very precise work, so I like it so much and you should definitely try it out. And also the Sigma E21, the Sigma E34, the Sigma E38 all come in a set with also the Sigma P88, the Sigma F64 and the Sigma F80, all for I believe $90. So you can get these at dealers and you can also get them on the Sigma website, but you will literally get all these brushes for like $90, which is like such a nice deal. I will leave the specific price right here for you guys because I don't want to tell you guys false information, but I got these all in a set and it was literally the best investment ever because every single Sigma brush that I have still looks brand new and every single eye brush that I got from them worked like wonders, and I highly recommend them to you guys. And also I know a lot of people do have discount codes for Sigma. I personally don't have one, but you can also use a 10% off discount code with Sigma from whoever you want to use it from. I don't have one, so I can't offer you one, but there's people that do have them and you can use that to also save money on Sigma brushes. Actually, the next brush that I'm going to be talking about is not specifically for eyeshadow, but I do like to blend my eye primer with this brush. This is a Sigma P88, which also comes in the set that I was just talking to you guys about, and this is just a kabuki brush, but it is very tiny and it is angled, and I love this brush to just blend out any concealer on the very inner corner, very close to the lash line, and also to blend out your eye primer on the top. So if you've been looking for a brush that can get very far into the inner corner or your eyelid without stabbing your eye, the Sigma P88 is for you. So you should also check out this brush, and I feel like that is for any eye shape, whether it is round eyes, oval eyes, small eyes, large eyes. The Sigma P88 works for you, so I love this brush. Alright, and the next brush that I'm going to be talking about is also from Sigma. This is a Sigma E57. This brush also comes in the set that I just talked to you guys about. So yes, you will also get it on the set if you do choose to get that set, but I love this brush to just pack any color on my lid. If I'm not going to use my finger because my nails are too long or I have acrylics or something like that, I do like to use this brush. It's like a flat brush, but it has a little dome on it as well, which makes it really easy to just carve that cut crease if you do want to go that route. And I also like to use this brush to pack color on the inner corner, so if you do have bigger eyes, you can use this for the inner corner. If you do have smaller eyes, I would still recommend the Sigma E21 for the inner corner. I love this brush and you should definitely check it out. Alright, so the next brush that I'm gonna be talking about is an eyebrow brush. This doesn't really have anything to do with round eyes because your eyebrows can be any shape, whichever eye shape you have. But I don't know, I feel like eyebrows are a very big part of your eye makeup. I feel like they kind of influence the way your makeup looks, so I did want to include an eyebrow brush in this video. And my favorite one ever is the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. Everything about this brush is perfect. It is super thin, and it also applies the product so evenly, and the bristles are not too long, so it won't make the color go everywhere. You have so much control with this brush, and I feel like you can also use this brush for liquid or gel eyeliner as well. So if you do want to get a very sharp winged eyeliner with gel eyeliner, you can also do that with this brush. And also the spoolie on this brush is perfect. It just blends everything super fast and super easily. I feel like ever since I got this brush, my eyebrow time has been cut in half, or maybe in quarters. Like, I feel like ever since I got this brush, doing my brows has not been a nightmare like it used to be. So if you've been looking for a great eyebrow brush and you just don't seem to find the one and you have not tried this brush, you need it in your life. It is the best. It is the only brush I will ever use in my life to do my eyebrows from now on. So Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. It is super nice for the brows and I highly recommend it. Alright guys, so the last brush that I'm gonna be talking about is by Smashbox, and this is the Smashbox Lighted Up Shader Brush. I love this brush to apply glitter on my eye and also to apply very shimmery eyeshadows on my lid. The bristles on this brush are a little bit longer than the ones on the Sigma E57, so I feel like I can do it a little faster than with the Sigma E57. So if you've been looking for a brush that you can do your eyeshadow with very fast and that you can apply just eyeshadow all over the lid very fast, the Smashbox shader brush is the one for you. I use this constantly, and I also like this brush to do glitter. I like to put some glitter glue on the brush and just put it on my eye and then pack on the glitter on the brush and just pat it on my eye, and I feel like this brush just does that amazingly. I wouldn't really recommend this brush to apply color on the inner corner because it is a little bit too big for that, but for the lid, I love how this brush just grabs the perfect amount of color, the perfect amount of pigment, and you don't even need Fix Plus with this brush to apply eyeshadow because I feel like the bristles are just perfect to apply eyeshadow. So, well, you guys, that is it for this video. I feel like those are all the brushes that I ever use on my eyes. Like, if you see my tutorials, you see I use these brushes constantly and I swear by them. And I feel like if you do have round eyes, if you have deep set eyes, if you have hooded eyes, or even if you have any eye shape, I feel like these brushes could work for you, but I feel like especially if you have round eyes, because these are the brushes I use on my eye shape and they work like wonders and they can blend anything. But you know guys, if you have any other brushes that I did not mention on this video that work for you, definitely let me know in the comments because I always like trying new brushes. Or if there's any brush out there that you want me to try to see if it works before you buy it, definitely let me know. I'm always open to reviewing products for you guys. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope this video helped you guys in any way, shape, or form. If it did, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel before you leave. I hope that with this video you kind of have an idea of the brushes you can use on your eye shape if you do have an eye shape that's very similar to mine, or if you do have deep set eyes. And I feel like even if your eyes are very round and they're smaller, I also give you options in this video which you can also use. So thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.